Yo, how is it going, Bears fans? I'm your host, Chris, and welcome back to another episode of the Bear Down podcast. It has been a while in waiting. Basically, since the NFL draft was the last time when we hopped on here. Today I'm joined by my co-host, Jaylen. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, y'all?
Now, the day we're recording this, it is currently June 4th. It's June 4th, Monday, June 4th, and Parth doesn't get out of school until the 5th. The reason we've been gone for so long, as I think all of us, being high school students, obviously, as you guys who watch us know, the commitment of sports plus AP testing plus finals, ever since probably like mid-April, at least personally, has taken over most of my time. So I'm happy we're back. I'm happy it's summer. We don't really have much going on, honestly. I'm not even going to lie. But today, we're going to be talking about my man, Mitchell Trubisky. There's been a lot of, I guess, just like talk going around. It's been kind of a hot topic lately to talk about on Instagram. People are talking about how they think Trubisky's going to do. So we were just going to make a short 5-10 minute video on our predictions on him. But first, one thing I would like to say, I want to talk about training camp just real quickly. I want to insert a little thing right here. The Bears just released their training camp schedule. If you live in the Chicagoland area, I highly suggest you go to that. We're going to try to coordinate, me, Jaylen, and Parth. We're going to try to get down there to Bourbonnais. It's so much fun. I went last year. Just a suggestion. Anything you want to say, Jaylen, before we open it up?
I don't know if I'm going to be in town, actually, but if I am, I'm definitely trying to get
It's an entire month, so they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 12 practices. So, just a suggestion.
I'm going to tell you after we get done recording. I'm not going to be in town. So I'm going to tell you about that.
It's a fun experience. So anyone watching, if you're kind of on the cusp of going, and I know Bourbonnais, the town that it's hosted in, is pretty far from Chicago. It's like an hour and a half or so. But last year I went with my own friends, and we talked to John Fox for probably like 5 minutes. We met Spice Adams. He was down there. It was pretty awesome. So just something I recommend. But let's get into the talk about Trubisky. I don't really know how to start this conversation off, so I'm going to let you start this conversation off. What do you think as far as this 2018 season? What do you think Trubisky's going to be able to do?
Well, now that he has weapons, I can see him throwing for more than 3,500 plus yards. Last year he really didn't get to throw much due to how John Fox came in. He's like a run first kind of type of coach. So I could see him doing like around 3,500 around there, throwing for I'd say 20 plus touchdowns and, to be realistic, 10 picks or something like that. But I can see him taking a big jump from last year, going to him now having weapons, having a more offensive-minded coach. I can see him doing a Jared Goff type jump in his second year.
Now, I would like to read off his stats from last year. Are you sure how many games he played? I have no idea.
12.
He played 12 games. He had 2,193 passing yards, which is pretty good in that amount of games, and 7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions with a quarterback rating of 77.5. So the leader last year in passing touchdowns was Russell Wilson with 34, which, Russell Wilson, I don't really see him having that many targets, so that might just be Russell Wilson. And then as far as passing yards go, we had Tom Brady with just over 4,500 passing yards. I definitely could see Trubisky add on 4 more games to make it that 16 games, going over 3,500. And if you look at the Bears last year, we had the worst receivers in the game. Considering Dontrell Inman was our number 1 receiver near the end of the season. It's really tough to find targets when it gets down to it. So I could see him around 3,700 passing yards, and I just think it's a case of can everyone stay healthy or not, because when you look at the depth chart right now, you've got Allen Robinson, you've got Anthony Miller, who's I think is going to be the best rookie wide receiver out of anyone in the draft, either him. Or, Calvin Ridley and DJ Moore will probably get more productive, heftier roles than Anthony Miller will going into offenses that need receivers more. Oh, I don't think the Falcons need receivers more, but I definitely think that the Panthers need the receivers more. So I wouldn't be surprised if DJ Moore got a heftier workload, but I think Anthony Miller is definitely someone who's overlooked, who could definitely put up a good amount of touchdowns. He said a few days ago that he thought he was going to get 8, and I mean, I think if he can stay healthy and stay on the field, that's a possibility. And then you've also got Taylor Gabriel, who we picked up. God knows how good Kevin White's going to be when you put that guy on the field. If he can stay healthy, God knows what's going to happen. But the only thing, as far as like, there are people that are like, oh, Trubisky's going to throw for 40 touchdowns and 4,500 yards. My only problem with that is we have 2 incredibly good running backs. So, in a sense, I could see Howard and Cohen each is also going off this season. So, it's tough conversation to be had. But I think with the talent we put around him, definitely over 3,500 yards. And I think hopefully 30-plus touchdowns. So, anything else to add?
No, I totally agree.
Yeah.
It's not really much to say about that. Knowing how well he didn't do much with the stats wise, but he showed flashes at why he was the number 2 pick. So I can see where you're going about that, about how many yards and touchdowns you predicted him to have.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty much actually going to do it. We just wanted to get on and talk a bit about what we thought for Trubisky. We're pretty similar, around over 3,500 yards, but I mean, if you look at the top of the quarterback passing yard list, first off, it's teams who are pass heavy, so it's teams like the Patriots, who I feel like pass much more than they run. And it's also like quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees, so I could see him, I think if he has an incredible year and actually makes a Jared Goff type of jump, I could see him hitting 4,000 yards, but I think definitely somewhere within the 3,500 to 3,900 range is realistic. And then I think we're pretty similar on touchdowns, so sorry guys, this isn't our longest episode, but we definitely just wanted to get something up for you guys. It's been about a month and a half, but we're gonna keep it coming with the content. Hopefully, we end up heading down to Bourbonnais, the 3 of us, if that ends up working out. And just make sure you subscribe to the channel. You can follow our social media accounts, our YouTube social media accounts, and our individual social media accounts. Those are all going to be in the description. And you have anything else to say? I'm pretty sure that's it. Smash a like, subscribe, I think we're good.
Chicago.
See you guys in the next episode. Peace.